Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition Summer Sports Night. I'm Howie Shapiro, and we're privileged to be able to bring you the new football coach at Coon Rapids High School, Mal Edwards. Mal, welcome to the show. Welcome to the city program.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Talk about a little bit about what you've seen so far in the short time you've been the head coach here at Coon Rapids.
Well, one of the things I've seen is really hard-working kids. I mean, the kids really are aiming to please and want to get better every day. They are focused and they're driven. And we're just kind of expanding off of that.
The previous coaching staff had tried to change the culture to bring a little something different to Coon Rapids. What do you take from what they started and bring into your program?
Well, one of the things we took is the strength and conditioning. The strength and conditioning that they brought in is phenomenal. So what we're doing is just expanding on that right now. We're putting a big effort into getting that program, that strength and conditioning element, to focus on our entire school, and our kids are really buying in. We are finishing up our summer workout right now, so they are focused, they are working hard, and it's going to pay off.
It's always been a situation where they've talked about numbers, and talk about how the numbers have been in that summer workout program and what you've seen from those kids and how hard they're actually working.
Yeah, the program fluctuates between 150 and upwards of 200 kids in the program, and they are pretty much there all the time. I mean, you have a lot of summer events, family obligations that the kids are going to, so they are missing one or two workouts here and there, but it has overall been well attended. I mean, the effort's been great. I mean, we can be no happier, and the results will show throughout our programs here at Coon Rapids. So, I mean, and it's not just football focus, it's all of the athletes that are working hard within our program. So,
now when you structure your practices, from the beginning, how do you structure those? What do you look for when you start practicing, and how do you proceed in training camp before the regular season starts?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to approach and I brought in is that we're going to be great at a few things. So instead of giving them this book of 100, 200 plays, offensively, defensively, we've condensed that down to about 6. And all summer, we've run approximately 6 to 8 offensive plays. We've run about 3 to 4 defensive plays, and that's what we've run with. And we are becoming bigger, stronger, faster, but quicker, within those plays, and understanding that we're trying to get to a certain point within our team. I mean, offensively, we want to control a certain dynamic of the game. We want to control tempo. We want to take that back. So by doing that, we just need to know, I need my offensive guys to know what they're doing at every time and not to question anything.
Now, you've obviously coached at a number of different levels, but you certainly are familiar with the Coon Rapids program, having coached at Maple Grove. Talk about the culture of this program and what you also look to bring to that in terms of, this team has had some trouble winning games, how you can change that culture and get a winning attitude here at this school.
Well, one of the things I talk to the kids about is confidence. I mean, being confident, and that's one of those things that we are striving towards. I'm talking to them daily. We're showing it on the field. I mean, we're tying into programs that we already have in the school, the one-team philosophy that they have in the building, and using those leaders to instill confidence in each other. So we are really working hard at trying to instill confidence. It's tough to do so because right now, when they're very confident about everything, and it is summer, and when we get to the fall, it's going to be that first time when you are behind the chains or you are down in the fourth quarter, where that confidence, where is it then? And what do they have to go back to? They don't have it right now. So we have to get it from someplace, and that's the one thing we're doing.
So, you talk about teaching and what you instruct the kids. Talk about your coaching staff a little bit and how many coaches that you've kept from this program, and also are you bringing over some additional coaches that you're familiar with as well?
Well, for the most part, we did retain a lot of coaches because there were a lot of really good coaches at Coon Rapids High School already previously. And those guys mixed with, we've brought on a few new faces, and they've come from, different programs. I have a guy that works with our defense who came from a school Park Center. Another young man who came from a Brooklyn Center program, and then I've had some who are their first year coaching, into the program. So that excitement, that youth and excitement, as well as the combined with the steady discipline and knowledge that we had on the staff already, is turning out to be a really good, solid staff.
Some head coaches like to delegate. Some head coaches like to pretty much control both offense and defense. Where do you stand with that? Do you like to have your hands in everything, or do you like to delegate that to your coordinators?
Well, right now I will have a little bit of hand in everything. And that hand is just kind of knowing what's going on. I leave it to my defensive coaches to. They're running their stuff where we want. I told them what I want to see, okay? And I want to see a certain type of defense and certain types of coverages. Now, they will, install their plays and so on, and they will run their stuff to the best of their ability. So I don't micromanage that aspect as far as practice schedules, times, and things like that. I don't deal with that. I will add a suggestion to certain things, and then when we get into game levels, I want to, again, the less is more philosophy. I say, I don't want them knowing a ton of different coverages and things like that. I want them to know a few and be great at them. So that's what we do. And offensively, I kind of have my hand in that a little bit more now. So I am, working on a design, as far as what I'm going to be running, what we're going to be running here at Coon Rapids, and then the coaches are assisting that way. So I'll be kind of a little bit more on one side of the ball than both.
Coon Rapids is moving to a different, moving down a level this year. Talk a little bit about that and also your upcoming schedule. I mean, it's a lot of different teams than Joe and I have seen in the past. Talk a little bit about that and your thoughts.
Well, that competition level will help us kind of reestablish who we are. Right now, we, because of the need, last year the numbers were down in the program. So to help build up our numbers, we felt that the best way was to move down a class and get our competition that way. Some of the teams we will face, but that doesn't lessen the level of talent. It does lessen the size of the schools. So a lot of the teams that we'll see will be similar in size as far as numbers to what we are. Where they're going to play 60 or so varsity type players versus going and playing a team that has 100 guys on the sideline.
Sure.
And that makes it a little bit better, more competitive for us to get ourselves, going a little bit more. We start off with a Chaska team that's, in years past have been very tough. I'm familiar with some of the teams that we played because of the place I was at previously. We did play some of these teams. So, they are going to be a tough squad. And then some of the other teams that are on our schedule had kind of a similar, record and that we had in the past. So, where they were fighting and tough and numbers were an issue and things of that nature. So it'll be a nice competitive edge. I think our schedule is nice and balanced with competition. 5A schools, some solid schools. I think one of the teams we played in Spring Lake Park was a state participant, last year. Actually, I'm pretty sure they were. So that leaves a serious competitive edge for us,
To build off that question in terms of numbers, how do you, there's a lot of times where we see a lot of athletes that aren't on the team. How do you reach out to those kids to try and get them to participate in football where maybe they wouldn't have thought about it previously?
Well, sometimes it's just showing that the atmosphere is what they want to be a part of. I talk to our guys about things about being leaders. Sometimes, being a leader is leading by example. So sometimes, when we are out here playing, having fun, being competitive, kids are going to see that and want to be a part of the program. And that we are seeing that already. I mean, we've gained kids in the summertime when we're not even in school. And because they see what we're doing out there on the field, in the weight room, things like that, and they want to be a part of it. So we're bringing people to us like that. And a lot of the bigger thing, I think, is just the people I choose to surround ourselves with in our staff. We have a great staff, and they're great men, and the kids want to be around those coaches and be in the presence of them. So they are, doing whatever they can to be there and, be a part of it.
Well, to close, let me ask you this final question. 2017 for you, what if let's look at the future, the outlook for you. What do you want to see accomplished during this football season, and how will that make you feel good at the end of the year, saying I've implemented things and we're on the right path?
Well, biggest thing is I want to see a sense of discipline and a sense of confidence. So, and when I say discipline, it is, one of the things that we talk to the kids about. If that play is being run away from you, what are you doing to keep, maintain your gaps and things like that? I want to see a team that is disciplined, and ready to move forward in certain things. I really want for these young men to experience what it's like to win and win at the highest level. So, I mean, it's going to be tough to get that first one, but once they do, they'll know how to win. Because right now I have a team full of young people who really don't know what it's like to win a football game varsity level at our school. So I really want for them to win as many as they can at the highest level as they can.
Well, Coach, we're really happy that you're able to join us today, and we're really excited to be able to work with you and see this new program. And certainly anything we can do, you certainly reach out to us, because we're homers, so
right.
we love it here. But again, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody out there for watching. We're going to hopefully see you soon again. Fall season's just around the corner. But for Head Coach Mel Edwards, I'm Howie Shapiro, saying good night.